Welcome to Toby's Glue Bomber Circus. If you're enjoying the channel, please consider giving it a thumbs up, leaving a comment, and subscribing to the channel. Would really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Enjoy the show. Well, hello everybody. This is one of my Hangman kits. This is the only one I've built so far. Well, actually, that's not quite true. I built another one, but the other one turned into Snoopy's Flying Ace. And if you notice this kit, it looks very similar to the Dragon Wagon. The front axle, the front radiator, the interior, even the platform back here. This is the deck for the Dragon Wagon. The wheels are the same as what was originally on the Dragon Wagon, and the basic engine is also from the Dragon Wagon. Now, so obviously the Hangman started life as the Dragon Wagon, and both of them are Tom Daniel designs. The Tom Daniel first did the Dragon Wagon, and then basically Monogram approached him again, looking to repurpose some of his old kits into new kits. And they did this in a money-saving effort. Basically, if they could just reuse parts of a mold, creating a new mold was very expensive. So they basically changed parts of the mold for the Dragon Wagon and came out with the Hangman. Tom Daniel designed the kit, so this is definitely one of his works, just as the Dragon Wagon was one of the works of his. Unfortunately, when they made the Hangman, they broke the mold for the Dragon Wagon, and then later they would remake the Dragon Wagon into the Circus Wagon, remaking certain portions of that. And I'm assuming that at that point the Hangman disappeared. It was no longer a kit. I don't know for certain, but that's my feeling. There are a lot of things about the Hangman that I like better than the Dragon Wagon. I definitely like the lines of the cab here. I really like the lines of the cab. The concept of it is also pretty cool, and I also like the dual carbs versus the stacks that they had in the other one. I'm not sure about a few other features of the Hangman. I wish they would have done a few more things with the interior. I would have liked to have seen a bench for that, a bench seat instead of those two round seats that are straight out of the Dragon Wagon. But in any case, let me talk a little bit about this kit specifically now. This is a partial rebuild of a kit that I bought a long time ago. I got it back in the I think the early 80s. I'm not exactly sure of when, but I actually bought a couple of them with the idea that I was going to try and remake a Dragon Wagon out of one of them, but I also wanted one to build, and I built one stock, box stock, left it black, and then all the shiny chrome and everything else, and built the kit, gave it the red interior that was called for, and it was basically what you saw on the box top is what you saw in this kit. And then over the years, things on it broke and everything, and I thought, well, it's time to repair it. And that's what I started doing about 8-9 years ago, when I built my Snoopy's Flying Ace, and by then also the Circus wagon was released, so I didn't have to worry as much about trying to make a dragon wagon out of a Hangman. I had the Circus wagon, which is essentially the same as the dragon wagon is. So what I ended up doing is I ended up having to replace a few parts that were broken on this kit. And when I started to do that, it's like, I'm going to go ahead and weather it. And that's what I started doing. I decided to dirty it up, try and turn it into a little bit of a rat rod kind of thing. Of things that were missing, I was missing the crank here. I was missing the I don't know what it was. The back bumper here was missing. I always was upset with this kit because it did not have a gas tank. I thought it should have a gas tank. So I added a beer can fuel tank to the back here. I think I'll grab a brush and start pointing at things. Yeah, so here's the, and this is from the beer wagon. Originally, it was a little shinier than this. I've done a little bit more work on this recently. The last video I did on this already had the acetylene tanks on the side here, and this was already there. The trunk here, that's from a 32 Chevrolet Cabriolet by AMT. The rope is actually straight out of the Hangman kit. Now, this came from the second Hangman that I had, because that was one of the things that broke. This broke, and so I had to replace that, and I added a line going down into the little crank thing here. So the line was added, and this part was missing, so I had to replace that. What else was missing? One of the pipes was missing too, so I had to replace that from the second kit because I didn't need it for what I did with the other one. Also, I just recently finally added the right in here the shifter, the oil can shifter. It's hard to see, but I'll have a better picture of it in the slides. Just recently added that. That was really tricky because I did not want to take the whole kit apart just to get that back in there, but I did manage to finally get it in there. Over here, this is new. If you can see it there, let me look this up and try and show it a little better. You see the 3 jack stands and then a car jack there, and that is from the Fujimi's garage and tool set. So there's that part. Let's see if we can see the try to zoom in there and see if we can get a better shot at that. There we go. The oil can shifter is in there, and you can see a little bit of the inside there, a little bit better now. It's still red. What I did was I just tried to weather it as best I could from the outside. One of the other cool things I've done on the front here, if you can see it, I will try and zoom in even more. Right there, you can see the broken windshield there. So it's got a nice broken windshield up in the corner up here. You can see it right there. And then the Hangman towing sign up on the top here. As you can tell, it's been given a wash of black to darken it a little bit. We see the lights up here. Those were painted chrome silver and then given a coat of clear yellow or clear red. And the lights in the back, they are the original chrome, but I've given them a wash of black, so it's got a nice dull coat to it. And the whole kit, the whole thing has been given several washes of black as of recently. I decided to do that to try and make it darker and meaner looking, and I think that does succeed in doing that. So that's the recent takes on it. I think I do need to fix a few things on here still. I need to get some a little bit of silver up into the spring up in front here. I think it's blacked out a little bit too much. But yeah, I will keep working on this over time. The more I weather it, I think the better it looks. It's odd that I'm thinking that way. But yeah, this is something that I think the dirtier it is, the meaner it is. I guess I could put it that way. But anyway, thought I'd break it out again and show it again, let you see it. Let me know what you think of it. I'm going to build another Hangman soon. I've got a total of 4. This is the first one I built. The second one turned into Snoopy's Flying Ace. I have 2 more to build. One of them I'm going to build straight out of the box again, in the nice black color and everything. But I also want to do some work on detailing a different one, and putting a different engine in one, and so on and so forth. So we'll see how that goes. But this one, I'm going to continue to see what else I can do, adding little things here and there. Oh, that's another thing I added. If you can see them here, dangling down below here are the rear tail lights. The kit does not come with rear tail lights, but I think it should have rear tail lights. So, any case, there it is. There's my Hangman. Stick around for some slides. We'll get some better details showing up in the slideshow. Hope you enjoyed this, and talk to you again soon. Thank you for visiting Toby's Glue Bomber Circus. Really do appreciate you dropping by. If you enjoyed the show, please remember to leave a comment, give us that thumbs up, and consider subscribing to the channel. Hope to see you back soon. Thanks again for dropping by.